Hello, welcome to a very exciting start to the vlog. I am very excited for the next 24 hours and quite nervous. If you've not been following my vlogs, hello, welcome. My name is Raquel. I am an actress living in London and doing her best to find work as an actress, although not always succeeding. However, tomorrow night I am going to be performing and singing professionally for the first time in, gosh, I think 2 years, maybe 3 even? No, closer to 2. But yeah, that's insane. I say singing professionally. I have done auditions, which were professional, but this is the first time I'm getting paid to perform in a long time, and I'm very excited and very nervous, and I'm probably going to say that a lot in this vlog. This morning, I woke up, and for the first 2 or 3 hours after I woke up, I had a very uncomfortable throat. And listen, it's one thing to wake up with a slightly sore throat. That happens to me rather frequently. You drink some water, you're fine. This was not the case today. I drank so much water and I still wasn't feeling fine. And as I say, it took about 3 hours for it to pass. And then I think I spoke to Wayne for a while because he was in this morning. And I think that probably helped. And then I decided to try and sing the songs a cappella. Again, for those of you who are new, I have been given 3 songs, one of which I know and chose myself, and 2 of which are brand new to me and pretty new in the musical theatre world, and therefore don't have a lot of references. And so I've been spending the last 2 weeks learning them intensely. And so I tried to sing them a cappella today a couple of times, all 3 of them, but especially the 2 new ones. And I think it's going to be okay. With the one I picked, I'm very confident, I'm fine, I'm not worried, and that's the first one I'm going to be singing tomorrow, so I think that probably will help me sort of get over the nerves, hopefully, because it's a song I know inside out like the back of my hand, so we should be okay. Then the second one is when I'm singing with someone else, so it always helps when you have someone else there, but it's meant to be an ensemble piece, and I'm singing the soprano part, but it's only going to be the 2 of us singing, and I worry that my soprano voice isn't going to sound as, like, nice as it would in a ensemble piece. So I'm a little bit nervous about how that one's gonna go, but hopefully it'll be okay. I really like it, it's a great song. And then the third one is one that when I was initially given the song, the version I was given, the recording, was different to the sheet music. So I spent a lot of time sort of puzzling that out and making sure that I had worked out what the sheet music actually said, because I can't sight read. So I was worried about that. And then I was also worried about it being in a more floaty style, which is not a style I sing a lot of nowadays. It was where I was most comfortable before I started drama school, and even in drama school I was quite confident in it, and then as time has gone on I've just sort of transferred slightly more to belt, which is great because I couldn't belt before drama school, so it's fantastic that I can do that, but it means that when I was given this more floaty song I was a little bit nervous, but with my last few attempts at rehearsing it, it has sounded good, I hope, so hopefully it'll sound okay tomorrow. I feel like that's definitely the one I've worked the most on, but I think it's going to pay off, I hope. And I have just had another run through since Shabbat went out, and again, like with the music, and I think it's going to be okay. We are rehearsing tomorrow from 12 and the show doesn't start until 6, so hopefully that will give us enough time to go through especially the new songs, but even the song that I do know, hearing it with piano is going to be different, so yeah, I'm just nervous and excited, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be lovely to meet everyone, because I don't know most of these people. I think I know one of them, so yeah, it'll be something. But yeah, I'm excited, I'm very excited. It is now almost 9 o'clock, so it's been a while since Shabbat went out, and I've been editing quite a bit, which has been nice, and that's why I know that this is the start of the vlog, because I've just finished the last one you watched. I washed my hair, as you can see probably, and I've tried to do something a little bit different with how I sort of dried it after I got out of the shower, because I sent a couple of reference pictures to the director of what I might wear and what my hair might look like, and they sort of liked this more sort of wild style, so I'm doing my best. And hopefully it'll last. Actually, like the way it's sitting now, to me on camera looks quite good, but hopefully it'll last like this until tomorrow. I've got most of my clothes laid out, although I'm probably going to wear, well, I definitely will wear layers over the top of what I've got, and I haven't yet put out my makeup. I mean, I'm starting at 12, so it's not like I'm going to be rushed in the morning and I need to have everything ready. I just don't want to be stressed. I'm going to try and take you along with me. Obviously in the morning anyway, I'll show me getting ready, but I will try and bring my camera to the venue, but I don't know how much I'll be able to film, especially because I don't know these people, so it's not even like, you know, if I'd met them before I would have said, hey, I have a YouTube channel, do you mind if I film? But seeing as I've never met them before, I don't want to just be shoving a camera in their face. But otherwise I will definitely speak to you, I'm sure, after about how it's all gone, and I'll see if I can get some footage from the performance as well. I'm sure it's being filmed. I just don't know how and when we'll get the footage. But yeah, it's very exciting. And the crazy thing is, like, the last couple of weeks I've really been sort of pinpointing this day and this moment and what's happening tomorrow. But actually I've got a packed week coming up after that. And then the week after that, and then like a week or two after that, I leave to go to Australia. Like, it's all going very quick. But next week, I'm hoping to see something with Wayne on either Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. And then Thursday nights, we've got like a family thing because a cousin's coming over who doesn't live in London, so we're all going to get together. And then Friday, I leave to go to Holland for the weekend, and I get back on the Tuesday after. I'm going for like 4 or 5 days, which is lovely. But yeah, I get back on the Tuesday, and then I think the Tuesday after that is Purim. So we have some more family things happening. And then, yeah, like 2 weeks after that I leave, which is just crazy. So crazy. Anyway, let's take it one day at a time. And this vlog is definitely just going to focus on tomorrow. We're definitely not going to be including Holland in this, I don't think. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm just chatting to you because I've got all this nervous energy. I just really hope the nerves don't get the better of me tomorrow, because that often happens in auditions and in performances. And I just really need it not to happen. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I will see you probably tomorrow morning, unless I have anything else to share tonight. Yee! This is completely unrelated to anything else, but I've been watching the Olympics since I finished editing and things are saving. And Holland's just won a medal, obviously, in speed skating. What else? And it just makes me so proud to be Dutch. I love watching the skating, partly because Holland often do well. It's the only Winter Olympic sport we participate in. But just like seeing him win and then seeing him with the flag, I'm just like, yes. And it just reminds me that like I am first and foremost Dutch. But I'm very proud and it makes me very happy. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, oh, they're so happy. I love it when they're happy. But I forgot to mention that someone also, sorry, I'm still like half watching, someone wanted to buy something off my Vinted today when I opened my app after Shabbat, which was unexpected because I haven't like done anything, and it's not one I think that's had a lot of like likes or whatever, so that's really great. The only annoying thing is there's no local drop-off point really, so I'm gonna try and post it somewhere on Monday, but not even near my work, which is annoying. But luckily I saved a really good like Amazon envelope, I suppose, a parcel package, which is perfect for this item. So I've already packaged it up, and I just need to send it off. But that's very exciting, and I think it's actually one of the more expensive items I had on my Vinted. I think it's worth a lot more, but I had no sense, and I thought I'll just put a price on there. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. So hopefully we can get that sent off and then get some more money in my Vinted account, and maybe eventually actually do my book dress, because I still haven't done that. Anyway, I was just wanting to share about Holland, because hup Holland hup, as they say. And I feel like a bit emotional about it. But anyway, I am doing well otherwise, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye! Hello, good morning. This is me before it's about 10:45. I did sleep in today, which I wasn't expecting. I slept until 9, woke up, sort of went half back to sleep, and then woke up at 10. The rain is amazing. It's raining so hard. I love it. I am feeling a bit nervous, but I'm excited. I had made a whole plan of what I was going to bring in terms of food and like how I was going to sustain myself, because obviously I'm going to be there from 12 to 8 essentially, maybe even later. But we got a message this morning saying, don't bring any food. If you need anything, we'll buy it for you. But you can't bring any food into the venue. So that's made it actually a lot easier for me. So I've had breakfast and now I'm going to do my makeup. So I just wanted to show you the before, and then we'll get changed and get everything ready. I've also picked out a couple of different items of jewellery. I'm not quite sure what they'll want. I know what I would do out of the 3 options I've brought, but I'm going to bring some options just in case. This is the after. I've only done the eyes and put on that like glowy stuff, but I haven't done the lips yet, which I'll do just before I leave, and then also bring my lipstick with. And I think I went with eyeliner, and I don't know why I regret it, but whatever, what's done is done, and it's going to be this way, and that's okay. Okay, I need to get changed now. Obviously we're gonna deal with the hair when we deal with it later, but this is the look. But what's really funny, obviously I'm wearing no leggings and no tights, and that's what I'm gonna do during the show. But because it is still quite cold and wet and rainy outside, I'm going to wear my like just trousers over the top. Let me show you once I've got them on. I'm excited now that I'm in this. I'm like, oh, it's real. Essentially, I'm gonna pop these on over the top. I don't know how well you can see this or me. Well, I can do it one of 2 ways. My preferred way would be to tuck it in. That might look a bit silly. although I'll have a coat, so maybe it'll be okay. And the material of this is really good, this dress. It doesn't crinkle or anything, so I'm not so worried about that. I think this will work. Looks a bit silly here, but it's okay. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And then I've got this zip-up jumper, and I'm gonna wear my navy coat. Yay. Hi, I'm waiting by the bus stop. I have had such a good day, such a wonderful evening, such a lovely crowd. I'll speak to you more when I get home, but I am just absolutely buzzing. I'm so happy. Hello, I spoke to my parents while I was traveling home, and that was, oh, it was so nice to chat to them. It's a shame they couldn't be here, of course, but just nice to still be able to share the evening with them. And my aunt who came sent some pictures to them as well, or videos, I think even. So at least they like had snippets, they had an idea of what was going on and what I was doing. But my goodness, I am on such a high. It was such a good evening. I probably did have opportunities to film during the day, and at one point someone even spoke about like filming a TikTok, and I could have then said, you know, like, oh, do you guys want to be in a video? But I just didn't. And the truth is, like, yes, I regret it a little bit because I would have loved to share the people and the space and whatever. But on the other hand, I was so immersed in everything, and I was nervous. So not having to stress about like social anxiety and YouTube anxiety on the top of that is okay. It's almost 10 o'clock now, which is like a good time. I really would have loved to stay and chat and talk a bit more, just hang out. Like, it was such a lovely cast and crew. Oh my goodness, like I just want to spend so much time with them. And this is the thing, like anyway, when you do any job, any contract, you like, well, usually you like the people you work with and you form this like close connection, and then everyone's always upset when you leave. And in this case, like it was one day, it was 6 hours that we were together, and most of us didn't know each other beforehand, you know, going in, and yet like we all left, or I left, or like every time people left, we were saying like how nice the crew was and cast and everyone, and also like how we want to try and organize more things, to be together, to do things together. Like it was so wonderful, such a great team. The way it broke down, I had 3 songs, and I was the second song in Act 1, and then the 4th song in Act 1, and then like the 4th song in Act 2. And for the first 2 songs that I sung, I could barely hear the piano, which obviously is not ideal. And after I came off, I had a message from one of the MDs saying, can you hear the piano okay? And I said, nope. And I did get a little bit worried about the fact that maybe I was out of time or out of tune. Apparently, according to my family, it wasn't too bad, not noticeable at least. But yeah, it just wasn't ideal. And yeah, for that first song, because I couldn't hear the piano very well, and because it was my first time performing in front of an audience for many months, I was shaking like a leaf. I was very nervous. I think my voice was okay. Like, I'm sure there was a little bit of trilling, but that's okay. Like that can be a choice. But I've definitely had it before in auditions and in performances where I break or whatever because of my nerves, and that didn't happen. So I'm very glad about that, and I didn't mess up any of my lyrics, which definitely was a chance. And actually the song I was most worried about went best, I think. It was the one in Act 2, so like the piano had been fixed by then and I could actually hear it. But yeah, vocally I felt pretty strong in that one, and lyrically and everything. I did practice that one the most because I was most nervous about it. But yeah, overall it was just such a good night. I want to do it again. This is my look that I went for in the end. I didn't get an advice on the earrings and stuff, but I just went for it. And yeah. It was all good. It was so cold all day. Like the rehearsal space we had, which is also the performance space, was just absolutely freezing. So I kept all my layers on for as long as possible. And then it was only like even between singing, I would put this on. But yeah, no, it was such a good night. I just want to see everyone again. Like, I'm home and I want to see everyone again. And I want to chat to everyone and just everything. It was so good. I can't remember, well, I don't know, like I'm always positive about things. But it's funny because I think actually the vlog where I meet this group for the first time just went out like last week. So I was watching it. And I think in that vlog, when I come home after the evening, I kind of have a very similar reaction to this. I'm just like so happy, so excited, and so relieved that it went well. And it just proves to me how much I need to be on stage and how much I need to be surrounded by stagey people and Jewish people. And just, it's my happy place. Don't get me wrong, I love my other jobs, I really do, and I like the people I work with and blah, blah, blah. But no, like genuinely I do. But there is something magical to me about being on stage and being in a performance space and with performers and crew, and because even like the directors and the marketing team and the videographers and the producer, like everyone, I just feel this connection to, which is just incomparable. It's incomparable. And I miss everyone already. And it's been like, I don't know, an hour since I've got home. Not since I've got home, since I left. I want to do it again. We did float the idea of maybe trying to organise a catch-up, you know, at some point. A, I hope that happens, and B, I kind of hope that happens before or after I go to Australia. But yeah, I hope this isn't the last time I see these people, and I don't think it will be. But oh, it was so good. It was so good. I can't stop speaking about how happy I am, and it's so nice to be so happy about something and so passionate and so driven and everything. And the funny thing is, I feel like I don't have a good sense of how those first 2 songs went because I couldn't hear the piano, and so I don't know how I sounded comparatively. They have filmed it, and we'll, I'm sure, get footage at some point, but oh, that's a look. But I'm curious to hear it all back and see how it actually went. But yeah, it was so good. It was so good, and that's all I can say. And if I don't stop recording now, then I'm just gonna keep repeating myself because I'm just very, very, very happy. Also, just to say, sorry, this will be the final thing, like spending the whole day in a rehearsal room, doing a vocal warm-up, like in a group, and then singing. Like I sung so much during the day because we had so much rehearsal time, and just like getting to use my voice and also to get it, like hear it improve throughout the day. But if I sing at home, which already is rare, but if I do, it's like for an hour, maybe 2 tops. And I don't get to feel my voice. I usually do a short warm up, but not thorough. And I don't get to like see my voice improve in like the space of a day or whatever. Whereas today I really felt like when I came in at 12, it was not there. And then we did a vocal warm up and it was already starting to warm up, obviously. And then I sang through the song once and it was okay. And then I sang through it a second time and it sounded better. And as the day went on, and then by the time I was on stage, like it sounded so much better. And that's what happens, obviously, you know, well, not necessarily. Sometimes you can tire yourself out, but just like getting to feel my voice work and strengthen. And again, like use parts of it that I'm not necessarily as familiar with using in recent times. It's all so good. It's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, very, 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 very good day. And I'll see you all tomorrow or another day. I don't know. Bye. Hello. I've come back. I did just go on my computer because my parents sent me some pictures that they were sent. And the bits of the videos that they have sounded good, so that's good. But the reason I'm back is because I forgot. I'm actually quite tired now. I think the high has come down and I'm like, wow, I'm tired. Oh, I've got a message. I technically need to like unpack my stuff and sort everything out, but I think I'm gonna leave that. If I don't do it today, then I don't think there's anything super urgent in there. But our producer got us all flowers, and we didn't know this. And at one point, I think in the interval, they asked us what our favourite colour was between purple, yellow, orange, white, and red, I think. And out of those, I said purple. And we didn't really know why. Turns out it was because he got flowers in all those colours and wanted to give the best ones or the most appropriate ones to the most appropriate person. And my purple ones are stunning. I mean, anyway, I'm Dutch, I love tulips. And actually, like, I probably could have taken the orange ones because I'm Dutch. But the colour of these is insane. Like, they're actually slightly darker. I think the light is making them look slightly lighter. But they're so beautiful. But the thing is, I still have those flowers from Wayne. On Shabbat, I did pick out all of the ones that were dying, or maybe on Friday. Well, Friday night. But there were still, like, a decent amount that were okay. So I kept them. And there's still, like, a couple. So I think what I'm gonna do, we have this cheap little vase, so I think I'm gonna put the rest of the good flowers in there and then put these in the Winnie the Pooh jug. That was such a good purchase, by the way. I was not gonna buy that. And it was only a couple of pounds and Wayne convinced me to. And when I asked him why, like, what am I gonna use it for? He said flowers, and he's been so right. This is the remainder of the flowers, and even these, a lot of them are looking a bit sad, so we can do another culling and fill this up with some water. I love having flowers. Like that one, it's like starting to be sad, but it's still very pretty actually. Like, look at that, that's gorgeous. This one's definitely gotta go. That one's, maybe, that's a maybe. This one's gotta go. It actually, from that angle, it doesn't look so good, bad, but it is, it's quite droopy. This yellow one, like, it's on its way out, but I think it's still okay. It's so pretty, I love roses. I am Dutch and I do like tulips, but I love roses. This one's very droopy. Sorry, flowers. This orange one I was looking at this morning, like, look at this. Just stunning, just stunning. I should maybe trim the leaves on these as well. That one's also a bit sad. And then this white one, I think that one's like, that's definitely gonna start dying but it's not out yet. It's on its way out, but it's not there yet. Ta-da, this is my handful of roses. Should I put the white one in? Nah, I'll leave it. Okay, let me put these, let me take out some leaves actually. Ugh, I love roses. And I'm so happy, I'm so tired. And I need to film a Dear Hopefuls video as well. But I think that'll be very short because I am very tired. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm tired now. I can feel it. So my brain stopped working. It was like running on the highs, and then now it's like, okay. Although I did sleep in. I think I mentioned that this morning, which was surprising. Okay, there we go. Where should I put these? Maybe on this table. One thing I forgot to mention, I think I spoke to you on Saturday night in this vlog. I don't think that was the next one or the last one. But one thing I forgot to mention was that on Saturday I was home, and listen, Shabbat's meant to be a day of rest and no work and whatever, and that's why a lot of us don't use social media or our phones or internet or whatever. You're meant to rest and switch off from everything and whatever. However, whilst I do those things, and I do rest, I definitely have, especially more recently, made Shabbat my rest day because it has to be, because it's my only day off. But that doesn't stop me trying to be productive in whatever way I can. And what that meant this week was, first of all, cleaning out the fridge, because my goodness, did it need it. It's been on my list of things to do for a while, and then Wayne mentioned he was going to try and do it on one of the days he had off. And then either he was sick or just, I don't know, it didn't come to be. And also, like, we've had a lot of food in the fridge, and it's harder to clean the fridge, obviously, when it's full. But I did my best on Shabbat. We didn't have loads in there, which made it easier. And it was such a satisfying process. I threw away a couple of things, not loads. There's a couple of things still in there that I would throw away, but Wayne bought them, so I'm not going to throw them away, and I'm going to let him decide. But I properly like cleaned everything out and wiped everything and just like reorganized it as well. I keep a lot of plastic water bottles in the fridge, partly because of my running, and partly just because I like cold water, and my water bottle is metal. So what I do is I reuse the same plastic bottles and just put them in the fridge because it gets colder much quicker than the metal bottle. And then I fill up my metal bottle with the cold water, which then stays colder for longer. It's a whole thing. But we keep them in the door generally, and they just take up a lot of space, and they annoy all of us. I want to have them because I like having water, cold water, and I like being able to rotate the bottles and whatever. But I know that they especially annoy Wayne. And so what I did, because we have this vegetable drawer, and as mentioned previously, we don't have a lot of vegetables, I put all the drinks, because we also have a big thing of Baileys, which I think Wayne's family got us when we moved in here. So a while ago. It's too many leaves. And that's just been sat in the back of our fridge, like taking up a lot of space. So I've used the vegetable drawer now for all the drinks. So the Baileys and the water, and we also had a little bit of soft drink left, so I've put that in there. And my goodness, it feels so much clearer, because then I could move the sauces to the door. And now, like, the main part of our fridge, we've got a small fridge. You've seen it in a previous vlog, or probably multiple previous vlogs. But currently, right now, the majority of our fridge is pretty empty, which is good. And clean, it's also clean. And so it did take some time. And again, like, probably shouldn't be a Shabbat task, but just the perfect task to do on Shabbat. And realistically, probably tomorrow Wayne's off, so he'll make some food. And then, you know, we usually batch make things, and we can keep it in the fridge, and there's space for it, and it's nice, and it's good. There's so many leaves on tulips, and they're so pretty. Like, I hate having to get rid of them, but they just take up too much space. A couple. Right, now these are very droopy, in part because of the way they were sitting or, you know, being held in my hand. But I think also in part because they're probably too long for this vase. This is me trying to spread them out. Don't they look happy? So I think I'm going to chop these a little bit more so that we've got some slightly sturdier, or at least like longer looking flowers. Right, I'm going to keep doing this, I think, off camera, because it's just not very exciting for you, I don't think, especially because you can't even see the flowers. Yeah, that looks better. I'm gonna do this. It's a shame that they're so much shorter, but whatever. I'm gonna do it, I'll show you the end result, and then I'm gonna go to bed, or at least like get myself ready for bed. I need to take my makeup off as well. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Hello everyone. I didn't end up showing you the flowers or chatting to you anymore. I was so tired. All my energy suddenly zapped last night, and I did try and film a Dear Hopefuls video, but even in that I just keep saying I'm exhausted. And I didn't end up I was gonna make myself pasta to have for lunch, and I just was not getting out of bed once I was in bed, but very thankfully Wayne did it, which I was very grateful for. But you may be able to tell from this that I am a little bit made up for an audition. And this all just feels very serendipitous. Like, I obviously just doing the show last night and performing again felt great and exciting and just wonderful. But last night after the show, we were all chatting, and I was chatting to one person. We were chatting about dream shows and roles, and I mentioned the ones I always say, and you know, whatever. And then we kept chatting, and I don't know if it was something they said or whatever, but I suddenly realized there is an adaptation of something that I would really love to be in, like any version of it, and like any part. And so I mentioned that and sort of left it at that. We kept chatting, whatever. What do you know, this morning I got a message from my agent saying, hey, there's a self-tape in your inbox, have a look. And the title of my email is the title of the project that I mentioned last night. Like, what are the chances? Just crazy. Now, it did say that the shooting dates are meant to be after I've already left for Australia. So initially I said, oh, just let them know that I'm actually not available after this date. But then after a couple of hours thinking about how much I would love to do this project, I had a look at how much it would cost to change my flight. And as long as I have enough notice, I think it could be reasonable, and I think it would be worth it. So my agent's got back to them to say she does want to audition and like consider her, and we'll see what happens. Nothing might come of it, but if something does, obviously it's very exciting. This is another one of those examples where it's kind of a win-win. Obviously the bigger win would be to get the part, but if I don't get the part, at least there's no stress and hassle about like changing my flights and getting that organised. So yeah, very exciting. And I don't believe necessarily in manifesting. I know that people do it, and for some people it really works, but it's just not something I've really engaged with. But this does feel a little bit like I've manifested it just by saying it out loud, because it was the first time I mentioned it to anyone. It was last night. So yeah, just crazy. Anyway, it was a very quick tape, thankfully. It was only like 2 very short I knew. Usually I'm quicker to like get back on my feet, but I just was waiting for you. I don't know where I just left off, but thankfully it was short, because usually it's many pages of script work, and this was only 2 short paragraphs. So I'm very grateful for that, which meant I was able to do it tonight. And yeah, I'm now going to send it off, and it's going to be in the air, in the arms, in the hands of the people.
The ball is in their court.
That's the one. Is that the... No, surely there's another one as well.
Maybe.
Well, the ball is in their court, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll keep you updated either way, probably. But anyway, I'm now going to get into pyjamas. I am feeling a bit tired, but we're going to have some loaded wedges for a change, which we haven't actually had in a while, so I am looking forward to. I also need to reset everything, because I left it not messy last night, but I just hadn't like unpacked my stuff properly because I was so tired. So I need to sort of sort that out, and then also I've now had to like rearrange the whole dining area, if you want to call it that, and put away all the equipment. So that's where we're at. Let me show you the flowers quickly, and then maybe I'll share the food or something in a bit, but I am still tired. There's a chance I cut them slightly too short, but they were just bending so much that I didn't want them to fall. But like, look at how pretty. Oh, it makes me so happy. Yay! Excuse the desk, but I don't think I had a chance to show these. These are the 4 individual ones that are left of the roses, and they make me happy too. Yay! It's pancake day, which means it's pancake time. Yay! There's the man himself. Oh, he's so cute.
It was a video.
Will you get me in it?
Sure.
I never get to be in my own videos. Hello, good evening. I didn't chat to you yesterday. We had a really lovely evening. I finished work around 5, which was really nice. And then for my birthday in October, the birthday gift I asked from my parents was some money towards a restaurant meal for me and Wayne, because we never go out. And in large part, that's our own choice. We don't like leaving the house. And also we do see shows together. So like that's, if we're gonna do something, that's usually what we do. But I remembered when my parents were here in June and we would occasionally go out to restaurants. We don't do it very much, but we did while they were here. And there was just something so nice about being able to pick from a menu and just like have what I wanted. And so I wanted to do that. I just wanted to be able to do that. So they very kindly did give us some money, but then not long after my birthday, Wayne went away for a bit, actually for like close to 2 months. And then it's just been busy. We haven't had time. Wayne and I think I've mentioned this before, work very opposing shifts. So we just don't get to spend a lot of time together. And actually on like this week, we knew he was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we were really hoping to do something. But then I had an audition to do. I think I spoke to you about that. And that ended up taking both Monday and Tuesday evening. So like get sorted. But then we had Wednesday evening, it was raining, it was cold, it was windy, but we found a place and we went. And the food was really good. I was very happy. And like the drinks were nice, whatever. It was a lovely meal overall. The service was not the best service I've ever experienced. But you know, it was fine. It's fine. And just, yeah, overall it was a really good evening. It was just so nice to go out. It was really, really lovely. So yeah, enjoyed that. And then today I worked an 11.5 hour shift, which luckily, again, it didn't feel that long, but when I say it out loud, it is a bit ridiculous. And then I went straight from work to my grandma's because we were doing like a family cousins thing, which was really nice. It went on slightly longer than I would have liked. And actually, do you know what? No, it finished exactly when I thought it would. I'm home exactly when I thought I would be. But we finished dessert like 45 minutes ago, and I just didn't think we needed to be sat chatting, not really doing very much for that time, especially when I have so much I need to do tonight because I am flying to Holland tomorrow. Would you believe it? I barely even believe it. I feel like I've got so much to do. It actually, like, it's probably going to take me 10, maximum 15 minutes to like get myself sorted, but I feel much less prepared than I usually do when I travel, and I don't like that feeling. So that's, and I've also got some more work to do, not very much, but a little bit. So that's going to be the next like hour or two. No, it's going to be the next 15 minutes or so, maybe half an hour with the work. But I'm going to focus on doing that. And then I am maybe going to spend a little bit of time watching some stuff with Wayne, and then go to bed. Luckily, I don't have to get up super early. I think I'll probably need to leave home around sort of 9:15, 9:30, which is really comfortable. But yeah, just want to make sure everything's charged, including my camera, and like make sure that I know what I'm taking with me. And yeah, just make sure everything's in order. And it's funny because I'm flying there, which means I've got very strict restrictions on like what I can bring, but then I'm taking the train back, which means I can take a lot more, which is great because I'll bring back lots of like duo and hagelslag and trop and whatever else. Anyway, yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a really good week. It's gone so quick again, and I can't believe I'm going to Holland tomorrow, but I'm so excited. I'm very excited. And I will probably catch you tomorrow, but as always, I don't know if that's going to be in this vlog or it might be the start of a new vlog. We shall see. You'll know. We'll see. Anyway, bye!